Hey yo, what is going on guys, and welcome back to another video. Today it's the final time on F1 22 that we did a league race. It's PSGL, the final, and well, I'm not gonna talk too much about it, you will see, but it has been 1 hour of practice. People will say excuses. Yeah, it is an excuse, but I was just lazy. We will still do F1 22 content, but the competitive kind of environment and practice or races, they are kind of over. We are still doing open lobbies and other challenges, of course, also tutorials. So stay tuned. Thank you all for the continuous support over this year in the game, and well, enjoy the video. Thank you all. Leave a like, subscribe, and support the channel. Would highly appreciate it. So let's jump right into qualifying. This is Q1, and yeah, so before the qualifying we didn't have any kind of... I only did 1 hour of time trial. And, well, the setup I will show you later before the race. We're gonna make some adjustments. My first laps, they were not that great. I think our delta right now is not that fast. Slow. It's 0.8. I
think I braked too early.
And we really need to make sure that we nail this lap. Otherwise, we are not even gonna make it to Q2. And Q2 was my goal. Like, to begin with, just at least get there and then see maybe we can do something. I've also used 3 compounds of tires in Q1, so that wasn't perfect. In the next corner I knew I could improve by 1/10. So what I did here, you can see a little moment, and
God damn it, we should have gained a 10th there.
Because the lap before we actually gained a 10th there by just nailing it, because on the first run I messed it up. Bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. And now heading into sector 3. I think sector 3 was the best one out of all of the sectors. You can see we gained quite a lot of time there. We're also gonna continue to gain a little bit more in the final corner. Now making our way over the line here, barely within the track limits, just on the limit. And look at the surprise. I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way. It wasn't even that bad. Considering we still had mistakes and we were missing a bit of time, we knew that. That's not bad.
What? I mean, I was like, maybe P15. What?
Yeah, I was happy.
I actually didn't know, like, I'm dead serious. I was not thinking we would be anywhere close to making it.
There you hear it. And now heading into Q2, the final run. Because we only had 1 set. And into turn 1, we already lock up. And this is messing up our line here insanely. Like, the delta was on old tires. Like really old ones.
Disgusting.
Should have probably been up by a 10th or so by now, at least. Probably a bit more. Then here, this was fairly alright. Yeah, 199, that's slower than our Q1. Q1, even with the mistake, we had a 170, so we should have at least had like maybe a 28.07, something like that, if it would have been optimal. Aside from that, I think the lap, I don't know, was it alright? This looked clean, but it was a bit off the limit. Like, the lines were alright, I think, until this corner. In this corner I will make a mistake.
Oh no.
Yeah, I locked up a little bit. And it feels, honestly, watching it, it's like, oh yeah, you just missed it by a little bit. But when you're driving, you're like, holy crap, that's so much time lost. You can literally feel it. And then also here, I didn't carry enough speed. You shouldn't touch the inside curb.
Yeah, I think about
this
these 2.3 seconds of green.
You could on previous games. Sometimes you can cut it, but this year, if you do that, you usually don't carry enough speed with the way how the cars handle. Final corner was alright. But yeah, I think we left at least, I don't know,
it's faster.
2 times on the table there.
But it's
we could have maybe hit a 0.1.
Well,
I could have seen a 1. Not a 0 like these guys. We were not that fast, but a 1 should have been doable. And we were actually just out by a little bit. It was super close. It was less than a tenth, which is a bit frustrating. But
I mean, honestly,
it was a
we were
positive
not that
because
far off.
we didn't
That
we
is
didn't practice
mind-blowing.
Q1, not Q2, no Q in general.
tenth.
So
It's less
it's
than
not
a tenth.
the end of the world.
And we're gonna improve
Now there you
the
can see the setup.
pressures to 23.0 and
Changing the pressures.
21.5. 21.3, I don't want to risk it.
You could just pause it there. And I think we changed also the wings there.
The wings.
Yeah.
Maybe
So this is literally time trial
26.
setup.
This could
just
be a bit
with
understeery,
52
but in the long run,
off diff. And change tire pressures.
yeah, we're just gonna stick
Because
with that.
the time trial setup,
Let's see what we
pressures,
can do.
they
Maybe we
just
can get a
don't
good
work.
start. And then in the mix, 29 laps. I haven't practiced race yet, so...
and yeah, of course, so we also didn't do a race run. We literally did a little bit of time trial on that day. 1 hour off stream, half an hour or 20 minutes on stream. And now heading into turn 1, I was not expecting that 2 cars would try and go down my inside there when I'm already holding the inside. There was space, but I think there was an unnecessary dive from Duncan there. And you can see my face. The confusion is big.
I don't know where to go.
Yeah, so
We were 4 wide or something.
that was pretty much
I definitely had a part in that, but...
my race done. I had no wing at all, so we had to pit.
Well, that was a great
We
race.
did pit for mediums. I'm
Rear
gonna...
right.
I got a
Actually,
speeding
wanna
penalty.
see, we are 98 on the
I had
rear
80
left.
kilometers an hour
Still
and I
not
sped
punctured.
into the pits.
If we get
It was like
200,
a little bit
naturally,
fast, but
there's gonna be an
the
automatic
game
puncture.
sometimes is a bit weird. And there you can see in the bottom right, our tires are so worn. I took
Gonna
the
be
mediums
difficult to
actually to
tell
the
now.
full 100%.
That's
I've never seen
99.
it before. I think we're gonna get a puncture in this corner now.
So I have 99 on the rear left.
Yeah, there you go. And I was worried that I would cause a
Yeah,
safety
it's an
car.
automatic puncture.
Look at the minimap. It's like yellow and I was like, oh no, please no. Please no, please no. So I managed to cause a green flag again. And then
I'm
into
going
the next
fast,
corner I
I
was
don't
also a
wanna
bit worried that
safety
we
car.
would spin again. So we're just driving off. Like it's awful. Was rear left
I don't
tire.
want a safety car.
Rear
I
right
would
was
feel
still
so bad.
working, but we actually took the tires to the full 100%. I've never seen that before. I thought like at 75 there's a high chance of getting a puncture. And this time we didn't speed, so we could serve the
Oh,
penalty.
but I think there should be
Um,
up to
I
10
pit-
after
I did
sector
pit again.
1.
Just to go for the fast lap in the end. And also to get ourselves out of the traffic situation. Because we would get lapped by that. So currently we are lapped down, but I'm taking you on board for probably the highlight of my race, which is the fastest lap. So yeah, pushing for that. Using our ERS. It's actually not a terrible lap. I think it's quite alright. But yeah, Chat decided we wanted to continue. I said on this race, I'm fine with retiring just because, well, we could watch the championship battle, but in the end, Bari got disconnected and there was just too much stuff going on with, I don't know, the race was awful to watch from what I've heard, so yeah.
No,
We made a
Rana
Twitch
won.
poll in the chat.
GG's.
And we decided to continue. So that's why we did the full 29 laps, even though it was mainly
The
doing
Bari did
nothing.
lose in the end.
We've at least went for the fastest lap.
Unlucky
We had
for Bari.
one turn of racing.
Would
Which is
have been
better
nicer to
than
see a
none.
proper championship fight.
Yeah, anyways,
whatever
it's a bit
that was.
frustrating. Not the best way to end the season, but you know what? This game had been quite a headache to me in a competitive way. So I'm glad it's over. And I'm really glad you guys
Well
sticked
enough to
around
win my
and
license.
supported me all the way.
Leapt only
So
once.
thank you for that.
Let's go.
And I will leave you now with the last few bits.
weiß es
I will
nicht.
see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely day. Peace.
There was such a shit race. There was next level to Spain. It
Bye.
was turn 1.